An example of macroeconomics in the Philippines: the impact of government spending on economic growth. The macroeconomics is a study of the economy as a whole, including its overall performance, inflation, unemployment, and economic growth. The Philippines is a developing country in Southeast Asia with a population of over 110 million people. The Philippine economy has experienced significant growth in recent years, with an average GDP growth rate of 6% from 2010 to 2019. In the Philippines, an example of macroeconomics can be observed through the impact of government spending on economic growth. Government spending play a crucial role in influencing the overall economy. When the government invests in infrastructure projects, social programs, and public services, it can stimulate economic activity. For instance, increased spending on infrastructure such as road, bridges, and public transportation not only create jobs but also enhances the country's productivity and competitiveness. This, in turn, can contribute to economic growth by attracting investment and improving the efficiency of various industries. Analyzing the relationship between government spending and economic growth in the Philippines provides insights into macroeconomic policy effectiveness and help policymakers make informed decisions to foster sustainable development.
The role of government spending and economic growth. Government spending, it refers to the money spent by government on various activities and programs. This can include things like infrastructure project, education, healthcare, and other programs. When the government spend money, it have a significant impact to economy as it can increase demand for goods and services, create jobs, and stimulate economic growth. When you say economic spending ay tumutukoy sa perang ginagastos ng individual o sambahayan sa mga produkto at serbisyo. In the Philippines, government spending has been a key of economic growth in the recent years. For example, government infrastructure investment program has helped to improve the country transportation and communication network. Another example of government spending in the Philippines, the BB program during Duterte in 2016 administration. The implemented this project, the BBB stand for Build. The government's infrastructure investment program has helped to improve the country. The BB state this na kahit saan may trabaho maaasahan. We will expand the Build program so we can generate job anywhere. Ito din nakatuon sa programa sa paggawa ng mga bagong kalsada, paliparan at mga sistemang pampublikong transportasyon at iba pa. The program is expected to create million jobs to boost economic growth by 7.5% by 2022.
So ayun guys, hello, good day. I'm Jose Maria, your next reporter. So ngayon, i-discuss naman natin yung graph comparison noong 2016 hanggang ngayong 2023 after maipasa nung Build project or Build program, no? So noong 2016 after maipasa nito, ang labor force participation is 75.04, noong 2017 naman ay 73.27, noong 2018 ay 72.45, noong 2019 ay 72.33, at noong 2020 ay 66.83, at noong 2021 naman ay 69.14, at noong 2022 ay 70.62. So yun, kung nakita naman natin, no, medyo naging pababa, pa-downslope yung labor force participation after 2016. Though, understandable na noong 2020 ay nagkaroon ng malalang crisis sa buong mundo, no, kung kaya't bumaba yung labor force participation sa Pilipinas ng 66.83. Pero ano nga ba yung sitwasyon ng mga ng labor force participation natin ngayong taon. So, nung January, bumaba siya ng 68%, no? Nakalagay dito sa graph kung makikita natin. At, ayun, medyo active siya ngayong taon, pataas, tas pababa, no? So, ayun, makikita natin na medyo malala rin yung pagbaba niya noong July 2023. So ano nga ba yung conclusion namin sa report na to? Government spending can play a significant role in economic growth by stimulating demand, creating jobs, and investing in infrastructure. So malaki yung yung role ng government, no, sa economic growth, lalong-lalo na doon sa pagpapatupad ng mga policies, mga batas na kung saan makakatulong siya sa mamamayan, no? Halimbawa sa mga magsasaka, no, kung gagawa sila ng mga batas na or such as reforms na kung saan magkakaroon ng sariling lupa yung mga magsasaka, malamang sa malamang tataas yung ekonomiya ng Pilipinas dahil nga lalaki yung ating yung production ng mga fresh goods sa Pilipinas, no. Bukod pa doon, siyempre, doon sa pag-aayuda ng mga abono and other stuff na makakatulong sa mga magsasaka. At isa pa doon ay yung pagtataas ng sweldo ng mga manggagawa. Kung tumataas yung sweldo ng mga manggagawa, ay malamang sa malamang ay may engganyo or magkakaroon ng mas malaking interes yung mga mamamayang Pilipino na maghanap ng trabaho. Kasi nga, kumbaga, kung mataas nga naman yung sweldo, bakit hindi ka pa mag-apply? Ano pa yung magiging dahilan mo para hindi ka mag-apply, di ba? So, ayun. So, thank you for listening, guys. We are the group that just discussed the consumer spending, public investment to support Philippine economic growth, no, in 2023 to 2024. No, so, yun, guys. Thank you for listening. Bye.